Hello, I'm Cora Whittington, and on December 18th, my husband David and I received an absolutely amazing gift. And I want to share with you the adventure of how they set this all up for us, because we really had to work for this gift. And I think you're going to enjoy the event. So the first thing they did was handed us an envelope, and in it was this little piece of paper with these letters that were scrambled, and we had to unscramble them. I mean, I looked at it 1 second and saw that it was mailbox. That was pretty easy. And so off we went to the mailbox, and in the mailbox was another envelope and another puzzle. Well, the next one took a few more seconds, but we did figure it out, and it was the word tractor. So off we went to the tractor, and my husband climbs into the tractor and gets the next envelope. The next one was the waterfall. We had to figure that one out. And off we go to the waterfall. And then there was another envelope. And notice that every location had either an envelope or a parcel with it. When we got to the waterfall, the next puzzle was not so easy. In fact, it took us a little bit to figure out. Here, if we can hear this.
Peter. Way down there, see? You gotta watch that. I'm gonna take the truck.
Yeah. Anyway, one of the kids got tired of waiting for us and said it was too cold because I guess he didn't have his coat on and he went in the house. But anyway, so off we trekked to the cattle feeder to get the next clue. And there was actually a box or something with this clue. But the next time, at least, we got to go into the house. So we were done with the running around in the cold, figuring out that puzzle. In the house, there were 4 or 5 more puzzles, which we solved all fairly quickly, moving around the house, looking at the various locations. When we got to the last one, we got this card. In the card, it said, "Now that you have unscrambled all of the words and collected all the gifts you can, open the gifts in numerical order, arrange the circled letters, and solve your gift." So I don't know if you noticed, but each of the puzzles had 1 or 2 letters that were circled. And we had to get all those letters and solve the puzzle. So here we are sorting out all the pieces, getting, putting the words in, finding the little circled letters, gathering them all. And we have our little gifts all lined up that if we could either unscramble the words or open the clues. I guess as we open the clues, it would be clearer and clearer what our gift was. Now, I have to be honest, I thought maybe, I have 3 new grandchildren, 1 on the way, and 3 kids, and 2 in-law children, and I thought this would be a nice family portrait or something of that effect. And that's kind of where we were going a little bit. Here are the letters. And then all of a sudden they figured out, well, we got 1 extra letter. So they took it away for a minute and figured out which was the extra letter. And in the meantime, while they took that away and were trying to figure it out, we decided we'd open the first 3 clues. So here's the first 3 clues. I don't know, yeah. So first clue was this word search puzzle book with Disneyland on it. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. The second one was a calendar with the date scratched out. You can't see it here, but I've got it in the next slide. And then the third one was a Hawaii lei, which is laying up here, and this toy cow. All right, this is weird, but it looks like we're going on a trip. Jeff's parents live in Florida. Well, maybe we're going to go down and see Jeff's parents in Florida. The Hawaii lei, okay, a Hawaii trip. That seems a bit extravagant. I don't know, but what the heck is this cow for? So we're thinking that maybe it's something to do with flying. But let's just check it out.
Now you've unscrambled all the words and collected all the gifts. You can open the gifts in numerical order, arrange circles, letters, and solve your gift.
And then, of course, here's where we discovered that there's a mistake, 1 extra letter. Here you can watch us work together as we start figuring out what it might be. Thinking something to do with air. Kind of thought airfare.
There's a couple of letters around here.
And it wasn't working.
Well, this fits the airfare too.
Where's the read?
So maybe it's not that.
And here is a short clip of when we figured this out, what the what the gift is.
Your mom's what? What? You don't even know what it is. How do you know what it is?
Well, sing it.
Yet.
The ranking. Australians in here.
So what is it? You haven't said what it is. Yeah. But here, we'll write Australia down as it is.
So in the next puzzle, we've got figured out that the keyword is Australia, and now we're trying to figure out what the other word is. Oops, let me start over here.
Yay!
Quicker than I thought you'd be.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to take them 24 hours.
So here it was, flights to Australia. And I don't know if you know, but my husband is a farmer. We're married 37 years, I think, 38. And we have gone on maybe 3 holidays in all that time. It's a really big deal to go on a holiday. And this is a real holiday. Both of us have individually done lots of kind of going to conferences or doing training or that kind of thing. But a true holiday where we just went and had a holiday, probably 3 in all these years. And one of those trips we won was a trip to Mexico. It was at the very beginning of our marriage. So the other thing is that for my husband, there's probably only one thing on his bucket trip, and that's to go and visit Australia. So, you know, he's got cattle. I mean, it's a really big deal to go away for one day to Christmas, you know, to make sure that everything is working. So I don't know if you remember that little toy cow, but what comes along with this is they'll look after the farm for a month. I don't know how it's all going to work yet. My daughter is on maternity leave. She has a baby in March, and so she's a year's maternity leave. So being a farm, you know, we can't go in the spring and the summer and the fall, but probably next February, which with that calendar with the scratched out year, we're probably going to Australia. Absolutely amazing. But I did want to show you some of the rest of the clues. So we figured it out with opening 3 clues and figuring out the letters of the puzzle. David and I love doing this. This is something we do together every night. We sort out the puzzle in the paper. So the kids knew we loved doing this. And of course, we try to work with the letters, which is the harder way than opening the rest of the clues. But I wanted to show you the clues because they're kind of cool. So first it was a toy airplane. So if we weren't getting that air flight thing, I think we would have got that. Here is some Australian money. Obviously, this would have got us. And a phone number of people that we know in Australia. Then there was didgeridoos, because my daughter worked in Australia for a year, and my other daughter visited her for a summer. So we had the didgeridoo, and then of course if we really didn't get it, there would always be the boomerang. So, and then I found this, and this was their notes on how they figured out their, what they called Operation Australia planning notes for everything, and how they figured out all the clues and the letters and everything. So that was really, really amazing, the amount of work they did and the amount of fun we had solving it, and the overwhelming overwhelming experience that it was. So here are the partners in crime, so to speak. Here's my son Daryl and his son Hunter, his wife Jen and their daughter Lala, my daughter Helena, and my daughter Jeanette with her son Jack, plus Hunter and Lila, and her husband Jeff, and Hunter, he's in the pictures again. And it was just, we just are overwhelmed, and we just are so appreciative of you all every day, not because of this gift, just because of the wonderful people that you are. And you just keep reminding us how lucky and special you all are, and how wonderful it is to be this family. And reminding us that dreams do come true. And you remind us every day just with the kind of people that you are. And I just thank you. And we'll let you know how the rest of this story goes. It's just so much fun to even have a year to plan it and think about what we want to do and how we want to do it. I've already attracted some great accommodation and some things to do when we get there. So it's just going to be a really exciting year to plan it. And then next year when we actually go on the adventure, stay tuned. We'll let you know how it goes.